promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equals. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jet.
What up, Laker fam? It's your boy DTLF back with another video. As we got some cool little updates for y'all, man. Listen, I was supposed to come on live. My apologies, at 10:30 a.m. But my MacBook, for some reason, I guess it's set to automatic updates. It just started doing the update as soon as I opened the laptop. So I had to wait till that was done. And here we are an hour and a half later. Yes, it took that long. So hopefully everybody's doing good. Listen, guys, it's currently December the 12th. All right, we're 3 days away from 90% of the NBA being eligible for trade. That's huge. That means names are starting to hit the market. Rumors are starting to fly. And we got some juicy ones for you guys here today. How y'all feeling today, though? What's up, Memo? Salute, brother. What's up, Craig? Welcome, guys. All right, let's kick it off with the juicy ones. All right, so, all right, first report came from Shams Charania from The Athletic, who gave details on what the Lakers are offering for Bogdanovic. So there's already been a trade proposal from the Lakers to Bogdanovic. Now, obviously, the source remains anonymous, and we don't know exactly, when this offer happened, but it says the Lakers are prioritizing shooting in their conversations with teams and have discussed packages including salaries and a protected first-round pick for Detroit's Bojan Bogdanovic, league sources say, right? So a protected first-round pick for Bojan Bogdanovic. There's also rumors that the Lakers are interested in the Knicks' Cam Reddish and have also discussed, as of the recent days, a trade involving Evan Fournier and Cam Reddish. Again, the moving parts aren't fully into detail yet, but I think over the next couple of days we'll get that. As well as Mark Stein also dropped his own story on the Lakers. He said about the pursuit of Bogdanovic. He said centered around one future first-round pick with unspecified draft protections attached. He confirms. Also says that the Pistons have to date declined those overtures, insisting on a fully unprotected first-round pick from the Lakers to seriously entertain Bogdanovic's swap. Detroit, in fact, continues to tell interested teams, and there are several according to reports, that it wants to keep Bogdanovic, who is averaging 21 points a game, shooting 50% from the field and 43% from beyond the arc on three-pointers, as a Piston. So that is the main rumor I want to talk about. Right. What do you guys think of that? So basically, essentially, the Lakers are trying to acquire Bogdanovic. The players in this trade would be unspecified, but it would take at least the first-round pick just to get conversations started, according to reports. So the Lakers right now are offering a first-round protected pick. And as of right now, they might soften their stance, but I'm sure that the Pistons are going to explore the market. There's plenty of interest in this guy. Obviously, yet last night he just dropped a 38-point game, so everybody's ears perked up a little bit more because we know that that's a tanking team. They're going to trade him eventually. Question is, will the Lakers budge and give up that unprotected first-round pick? And also, what players are going to be involved? Personally, me, I'm giving up the first-round pick simply because dude is killing this year. And he's one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter in the league right now. And is exactly what the doctor's order for the Lakers. Now, the Lakers might actually do this, but they might be working on minor trades right now, potentially one with the Knicks for Cam Reddish, Evan Fournier. What do you guys think of that trade? And Evan Fournier, hasn't been the same shooter since he left Orlando, and obviously has struggled with the Knicks. If not, he wouldn't be on the trade market. And Cam Reddish is an unproven player, but they both provide something that the Lakers need: shooting and wing depth. So I also like that trade as well. Eric Pincus, right? Eric Pincus. Let me see if I could pull that one up really quick. Just to here it is. All right. So our guy Eric Pincus, man, is reporting that several teams are monitoring the Kuzma situation, including the Kings, the Knicks, and the Lakers and the Suns, because Kuzma wants out of Washington. Apparently, he wants out of Washington, and so that might be another scenario where the Lakers, if they don't land Bogdanovic, who may be the main option, we don't know the details yet, they might pivot and try to get somebody like Kuzma. Now, who do you guys prefer in the chat? Because this is getting really interesting. So the Lakers definitely have their hand in the cookie jar right now, and they're looking to make major moves, which it's very pleasing to a Laker fan's ear, right? These are the type of moves we need to put us over the top. Which one do you think is better for us, right? The Kyle Kuzma one, which, by the way, we already gave up a first-round pick to the Wizards when we first traded Kyle Kuzma away for Russell Westbrook. That means they would get 2 first-round picks from us moving forward. That's insane, right? But the way this team is built and currently constructed, it's begging for a trade in a wing 3-and-D type of guy. And honestly, I like both of them. I don't know which one I like more. Obviously, I have some sentimental value attached to Kuzma since we drafted him, and he's one of ours. He already helped us to a championship. But then Bogdanovic is averaging 21 points per game, shooting over 50% from the field. And we saw what he did last night. So I'm split on that, Laker fam. Who do you guys prefer? But I'm very pleased that the Lakers are getting involved. And eye emojis out, because keep your eyes out, man. December 15th can't come quick enough. We're only 3 days away till a lot of these players become eligible. And I think that's why names haven't surfaced that are attached to these trade rumors, right? Because you can't involve them in trade conversations till December 15th. So, whoo, man, it's getting exciting. It's getting exciting, Laker fam. And if Woj and Shams and all of them are reporting it, I get hyped. He said Lakers need additions. He said we've had Kuzma and the Lakers. He didn't perform. Yes, he did. My goodness, man. Yes, he did perform. But I'll say Bojan might be the better shooter, so he might be the better fit. I can't believe people still I feel like a lot of people know they're wrong about Kuzma. Know they were wrong. A lot of people say he was going to be a scrub, trade him, blah, blah, blah. He ain't going to be nothing in the league. And because they know they're wrong, they want to double down and say, oh, no, Kuzma didn't perform. Yes, he did. Kuzma performed plenty. Now, did he have bad games? Sure. So does everyone else, right? But at the end of the day, Kuzma will fit perfectly on this team, and so will Bojan. Now, which one fits a little better, right? Which one fits better? Maybe the three-point shooter sniper, right? More likely. So I'm leaning a little more towards him, but I am split because I do like Kuzma's defense. I do like his playmaking abilities, his ability to hit clutch shots, and he could also play some 4 for us. So very interesting, but I do like that they're both involved in the Lakers. They're both linked to the Lakers in rumors. So that means, the Lakers are thinking, along the lines of what we've been thinking over the last couple of days. And after watching Bojan, drop 38 points yesterday, I think I'm almost completely sold on him. Give up the first-round pick. It's only 1 first-round pick. And then if you need to use the second first-round pick to get something else, then maybe you can pivot and do something else. But the Lakers have offered a protected first-round pick. Now, question is, are the Detroit Pistons going to get something better than that? That's probably what they're waiting for. If they don't, then maybe the Lakers get the deal, but I think the Lakers should secure that deal. For reals. He said, everyone play good on a contract year. Kuzma's going to give you 12 next season. It's not about how much he gives you. It's about how he fits with this roster. If we're trying to compete with the team, obviously we're not looking for another 20-point per game score. Bojan's numbers are going to dip too, playing alongside LeBron and AD. Now, it's all about efficiency, though. I do believe Bojan's a more efficient scorer, where I think Kuzma might edge him out in rebounding and defense a little bit. But bottom line is either one would help the Lakers tremendously. That's the bottom line. He said, Kuzma just because he can play defense and more versatile. I like them both, man. I like them both. He said, hey, Dan, what do you think of a Knicks trade with Redish, Fournier, Evan, Randall for Russell Westbrook? No picks involved. Okay, so obviously no picks because we're taking back a lot of salary of players that maybe they want to come out from under, right? So we get Redish, Fournier, Evan. Who's Evan? Evan who? Even Randall? Oh, okay. You mean even? My bad. Yeah. Listen. That is definitely intriguing. I like Julius Randle. The only thing is that Julius Randle is a player that thrives more holding the basketball, and we've seen that Russell. See, I was for Randle before we acquired Westbrook because I was like, maybe AD and him could be a good tandem in the paint. However, as much as I love Randle, I think he is truly a player that needs the ball in his hands, and we need more players like Kuz and Bojan who can play without the basketball, because we know LeBron needs to hold the ball a lot. We know AD needs his touches, so you don't want to take away strengths from players like Randle. So I obviously, as much as I like him, unless he bought into a 6-man role, I don't think he would fit here with the starting lineup simply because, like I said, LeBron needs to handle. Randall won't, no handles for Randall on the starting lineup. If that happens, that takes away a lot of his strengths. He loves to attack. He loves coming downhill. Sometimes he gets sloppy, but overall, like I like Randall. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I'm more in favor of the other trades we've mentioned. He's in Boyan's better now. Kuz long term and lifelong Laker. Facts, bro. Either way, no matter which one you get, they're both gonna have to get paid eventually. He said, she said, Shams Chinaro said that the Lakers have had a talk with the Knicks about trading for Evan Fournier and Cam Reddish. Yes, that's the beautiful part, is that the Lakers are getting involved in all these conversations, which is what we need as a Laker fan base. We need hope that things are going to get better, because it is concerning. Even though I'm very happy and excited for my boy Austin Reeves and the way we won the game because of his dagger shot, I don't like the fact that Detroit hang around. Right? They hung around and we couldn't put the team away. So that does bother me. So obviously we still need some moves here and there. So it's very encouraging to know that the Lakers are thinking along the lines of what fans want for this team, right? We want wing depth. Lakers are looking at that in that direction. We want a little bit more shooting. Lakers are looking at that. We want size. Same thing. So that is good, man. That is really good. He said, I feel Russell Westbrook has more trade value now because he's shown he can still play with the right coach and system. And honestly, Memo, as we get closer to the trade deadline, his value will spike up because a lot of teams are going to be sellers. And you can do two things by acquiring Russ. One, you could tank. And two, you could put butts on seats. And matter of fact, three things, because his contract expires and you got all that cap space. So if you're a team looking for those three things, and all of a sudden you might want Russell Westbrook, you might want to give up something, that's going to help you win if you're tanking, especially. And then you get up off of contracts, you get up off of, all kinds of things. So the Knicks make sense because obviously they don't like Evan Fournier's contract. He has a multi-year deal. They don't use Cam Reddish, and they might want to get up off under those contracts, and they get Russ for 1 year, and after that he expires. He said Westbrook is not going nowhere. We don't know that. We don't know that, fam. Anything can happen from here. I mean, the trades are heating up, so anything is possible. I don't think anybody outside of LeBron and AD are safe, to be honest with you. I hope Austin Reeves is safe as well as Lonnie Walker, but I'm saying you just never know with the Lakers. So Dan, just imagine a starting lineup of Reeves, Lonnie, Boyan, Bron, and AD. Now that is a dangerous team for sure. I would love a lineup like that. That would be sick, man. He said, imagine Boyan waiting in the corner, waiting for them dishes from LeBron and AD. That's what I'm saying. It's a dream come true for shooters to come and play with players like LeBron and AD, who are going to give you some wide open shots. I don't think Boyan's ever gotten so many open shots as he would get here with the Lakers. It's almost a match made in heaven. It's almost too good to be true. But the only concern is obviously there's other teams interested in him, and there could be somebody that gives up a little bit more just to block the trade from the Lakers. You just never know. The league hates us. So maybe we've given up the best package, but they're waiting out to see if somebody could top us, and maybe somebody might. But it is, again, very encouraging to see the Lakers get the ball rolling here, because we need to add this depth, and these pieces are going to help us potentially become a contender. Right now, we're still a pretender, to be honest with you. We had a nice little stretch and all that, but we still not being able to put away teams like Detroit early in games. That tells you a lot, right? So yeah, we're one trade away, or two maybe, from becoming a contender. Reg Dog, he said, "What's up, Dan Salute? What's up, my guy? How you doing, man?" He said, "If we can get Boogie, I'm keeping Westbrook." Facts. I'm not sure Boogie is the solution we need. I like Boogie, don't get me wrong, especially offensively. But we need some paint protection in there. Boogie's not going to provide a lot of paint protection, if I'm being quite frank. And again, I don't see how that links us with Westbrook as well. But I will say this, man, Mo Bamba might hit the trade market, and that's somebody that maybe we should look at for sure. I haven't heard no rumors about the Lakers having conversation with the Magic, but they got some pieces over there. They got Terrence Ross, nice wing shooter. They got Mo Bamba. They got some pieces they might be able to flip. He said, if you want to win and you want to maximize LeBron James and AD while they're there, you get Boyan. Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with you there, man. That would be very intriguing for us. Again, the fit is almost perfect. Don't get overhyped. We was so hyped about Westbrook and Melo, and look what happened. It happens, man. I can't control my hype levels, man. And then this Sunday I'm gonna be at Staples, so I'm extremely hyped. I'm extremely hyped, and if a trade happens, man, I'm gonna be even more hyped. He said Lakers need young players. Bojan is too old. Actually, Bojan fits what the Lakers are doing now. We have some youth, and we can have some veteran leaders as well. And he's primed and ready right now. You don't need to wait for him to develop or nothing. This is the best Bojan you're gonna get, right? 21 points, man. Listen, Utah gave him away, and I'm sure we probably gave him a better package, but they gave him away to Detroit, man. They should not have done that. They should have at least asked for a first round pick. Now look, now Detroit's out here asking for a first round pick. Ridiculous. I would love to have Kuzma back. Me too, brother. Listen, whether it's Bojan or Kuz, I'd be ecstatic with either one. And then if we can add like Cam Reddish, Fournier, or if we can add some other key pieces, even more hyped. Literally, like that's what the Lakers need. They need some more depth. We have a lot of dead weight on this Laker team. I mentioned about 4 or 5 players yesterday in a post-game recap that we could easily trade or cut, and nobody would miss them, right, on the court. Oh, you meant, my bad. You meant Bojan. I thought you meant Boogie. I don't know why. People been talking about DeMarcus Cousins. Bogey. You meant Bogey. My bad, bro. That's on me. That's on me, brother. What about Pat Bev and none for Bojan, and then Westbrook for Turner and Hill? Well, you have to throw in a first round pick. That might be the package right there, but you're gonna have to throw in a first round pick. Question is, you're a Laker fan right now. Protected first round pick or unprotected? Is that a deal breaker for you guys as Laker fans? It's not a deal breaker for me, honestly. If it's for a player that's going to make an impact, there's no way we trade for Bojan and he averages less than 10 points a game, right? So those two pieces you mentioned, we're flipping. Already this player is going to, he's going to be better than both of them combined right off the top, right? So now you're adding an extra 10 points a game at least. Clearly, Bojan's going to be a 15 to 17 point per game scorer here with the Lakers, even though he won't be the same 21 point per game scorer because you got AD and you got LeBron who need to get buckets as well. And, as always, the third option always takes the back seat. But what we need is efficiency. It don't matter how much he scores as long as he's doing it efficiently. If he comes into a game and drops 30, great. But if he drops 15 points and he was 4 for 5 from beyond the arc that game, we're going to win that game more times than not because that was extra efficiency we didn't have on the roster, right? That's added to the 30 that AD and LeBron can get you, right? So it's all about efficiency, and this is one of the most efficient shooters in the league. So this would be a huge get. Huge get. He said, F them picks. He said, hey, Dan, do you think Otto Porter Jr. can be a cheaper option from Toronto? Now, I like Otto Porter Jr., and I definitely think he would be a cheaper option. But does he move the needle for us? Is he going to do what either Kuz or Bojan could do for you potentially any given night? Probably not. But he's a very good – listen, he is a very good role player, okay? I'm not mad at that if we end up getting a more minor trade like that. The Knicks only want a second for Cam Reddish. Yeah, you know what, Roy? I think that's probably your surefire bet. I think Cam Reddish is as good as a Laker, as soon as that as soon as December 15 rolls around and beyond, I think eventually they'll get that one done. Question is Evan Fournier coming with him? Because, even though he's a streaky shooter, when he's on, he can put up 20 plus, right? He's somebody who can knock down threes for you. And then if he is coming, then who's going, right? Because you need to match the salaries and all of that. So a lot of questions are about to be answered, but I'm hyped that I get to make videos like these with y'all so early in the morning because, I was just so hyped to see the rumors from Woj and Shams. And I'm like, okay, Lakers, y'all hear the fans. You're going to make a deal. You're probably just waiting for December 15 to roll around so that everybody becomes eligible. So a lot to look forward to over the next coming days. And hopefully it doesn't drag out and we don't have to wait till like January, mid-January, late January for a trade, right? Hopefully they get something done because the Lakers could really use an infusion of talent here to help those guys that are already balling out, to help AD, to help LeBron, to help Austin Reeves, to help, all Lonnie Walker, all these guys. If we can get some backup there, it's going to feel so much better watching games because that other guys can step up as well. He's a detail. If we have too much dead weight on this team, 4 to 5 players. Exactly. Yeah, that's what we talked about yesterday. This is why the Lakers need to make a trade and get players that are actually going to be in the rotation and making an impact on this team. That'll be great because right now we're about 6 to 7 deep max, right? On a good night, we need to get up to like closer to 10 to 12, right? If we can do that via a couple of moves, maybe somebody from the buyout market on top of a couple of trades, that'd be great. He said Boyan, Heald, and Turner. Listen, if we could pull off something like that, David, you might as well start throwing the parade now because that would be crazy. I mean, that would basically check off all the boxes. You know, you get the wing you wanted in Boyan, you get the shooter you wanted in Buddy Hield, you get the big man you wanted in Miles Turner, and these aren't second nature type players. These are they all come with a job and they know how to execute that job, right? They all know what to do. Boyan knows what to do, man. As a wing player, solid defender, 3-point sniper, specialist, playmaker. He can even post you up, turn around, jump shot. I mean, I've seen this guy score all kinds of ways. Buddy Hield, he got one job, and that's to shoot, right? And to shoot lights out, hopefully. But he's a streaky volume shooter. And then you know what Miles Turner is going to bring to the table. If that happens, you get that size, you get the rim protection, you get the rebounding, which we've been lacking in. And then you get a backup big for AD, whether he starts with him and provides that help right off the top, or he comes off the bench. It is depth. So it definitely would be tremendous if anything like that happens. I doubt we get all of that done. But like I said, one major trade and a couple minor ones would be so cool, man. So cool. I'm surprised by Juan Toscano. I thought he'd be better for us. Yeah, me too. And on top of that, he's been hurt. He's been really hurt, guys. I cut him some slack for that. It's hard to catch a rhythm when you come back and you catch another injury or whatnot. So prayers up for him. Hopefully he comes back better. But yeah, pretty much he hasn't made an impact. I agree. He said, Dan, I don't think Boyan is a decent defender. He's below average. He's going to give you some size, man. How tall is he? 6'8", 6'9"? He's going to give you some size. So even just having the size there, contesting shots is going to help. I think that's an underrated factor to that trade, right? I think he's a decent defender. I've seen him play throughout his career. He look, it's the NBA, right? It caters more towards the offensive player. So on any given night, anybody can get cooked. But with his size, he could at the very least contest shots, and I like him. He said, Dan, I don't. He said, I never hit the over on Turner. I hate that guy, bro. Stop it. You talk about daily fantasy. That's completely different than what he actually provides on the court, bro. All numbers aside. Why should the Lakers get more wings when Ham won't play them? Look at Bryant. Ham won't play him. Well, first of all, Bryant is not a wing, even though he could help this team tremendously alongside AD. I'll say this, Thunder. I'm going to say this. If you get Bojan Bogdanovic or Kuzma, Darvin Ham is going to play him. If he doesn't, he deserves to get fired immediately, right? And I love Darvin Ham. I'm not saying that, to troll him or trying to joke around. I'm serious. Anybody who doesn't play talent like Kuzma or Bojan heavy minutes, you don't deserve to coach. That's just what did they do? Like, what they do to deserve that, right? You're only hurting your team, and you'd be hurting the player and all of that. So, if we trade these guys, right? If we trade these guys for these guys, they're going to get PT. They're going to get PT for sure. He said, Danny, why the Lakers give Jones 2-year deals? I think it's with a player option. That's what I think. I think it's with a player option. Or is it a team option? I'm not sure. It might be a team option. So essentially, if it's a team option, it's a 1-year deal. The second year is optional, and most likely he's not going to make it to the second year if he keeps playing or if he doesn't, So a team option just means essentially it's a 1-year deal, and it's on the team if they want to, exercise that extra year. So he said Miles Turner protects AD from foul trouble. Let him rest, take games off potentially, and even win when that happens. AD equals injury equals season's over. Yeah, that's why I desperately think we should get some more size. All right, even just to offset some of the workload from both LeBron and AD, for sure. Lakers need a bad dog trade him for Beverly. Bog Dog, my bad. Hide your wife, Darvin. He said, we thought JTA was he clearly about I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I have no idea. He said, Dan, if the Lakers can land a star player for both a first and Austin Reeves, are you doing it? Depends what the star player is. It has to be like a really good star player. It can't be an injury prone Zach LaVine or nothing like that, because even though I still might do it, I just want to hold on to Austin Reeves. I see a lot of potential in that kid, and he's only getting better. Probably his second year, right? So I want to hold on to him at all costs. It would take something really special for me to want to give up Austin Reeves. He said, I just don't get it last night with Coach Ham. He keeps wanting to play Pat Bev and Dennis together. It's giving me horrible flashbacks of last season with Coach Frank Vogel. So you're absolutely right. I don't like it either, man. It's very disturbing, and I hope it can stop. Maybe a trade can stop that. I don't know. What about Larry Nance for none and a second-round pick? He's a big player. Oh, my goodness. I would love Larry Nance. I would love nothing more than to have Larry Nance on this team. He provides the backup big we desperately need. However, the Pelicans are in first place. They'd be stupid to trade Larry Nance. He's also a decent part of that team. Like, I seen him play, and he makes an impact. He was like 4 for 5 the other night. I mean, dude is a hooper. Bottom line, he's not necessarily a scorer, but he is somebody who rebounds, plays hard. He's a winner. And I always felt like he'd be part of a winning team, and I'm happy for him right now. So I don't think he's going anywhere. Would I love him? Absolutely. Realistically speaking, though, I don't think he goes anywhere. Nor should he. They really shouldn't trade nobody. They're first in the West for a reason. So, Brian, he said, I like all of the Kuzma's qualities. I have sentimental value for him. He's younger and can grow with the team, but his playing style may be better suited for being a number 2 option on a team. You're right, Brian. But remember, as LeBron's game continues to decline, as his years continue to increase, we're going to need somebody like Kuz to continue to, help and take some of that offensive scoring load off. And I'm not saying LeBron's the third option, because he's always going to be first to second max, but there's going to be nights where he could take a step back. With guys like Kuz taking over, that would be ideal, in my opinion. He said, if we get Turner, Healed, Bogey, and Redish, it's a wrap. I agree, Reg Dog. I agree, man. Nobody already wants to see us in a 7 right now as constructed. We get those guys, that might be the best team we've had in a minute. So he said, Dan, would you trade for Jimmy Butler? Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat. Ooh, in a heartbeat. Jimmy Buckets would be man. Jimmy Buckets on the Lakers with AD and LeBron is, that would take us to a different stratosphere, especially on the defensive end. But Jimmy could get buckets. There's a reason that's his nickname. But yeah, in a heartbeat, man. You don't even got to ask twice. He said, Pat Bev and none 2 second-rounders for Clint Capella. Yeah, I'd do that. Clint Capella, exactly what the doctors ordered. Exactly, just defender, rebounder, nothing more, nothing less. Could catch a couple of lobs a game. Why not? Hopefully we get Kyle Kuzma. Fingers crossed we get somebody good, man. Again, we're talking to everybody we need to be talking to, so that's the encouraging sign. If we can get Bogey or Kuz, I'm ecstatic. And then we can add to that. I'm over the moon if that happens, man. He said, I wouldn't trade Russ. We need the lightning bolt off the bench. Only way I'm trading Russ is if we need his salary for a bigger trade, and it's going to make us better. But you're right. He's been a great spark off the bench. My only concern is, will he make boneheaded plays down the stretch of games in playoffs and cost us games? That's my only concern. Or will he completely forget about the stats and be the Russ that we've seen, the last month or so? So I don't know, man. I'm still very iffy about Russ. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. I love what he's done off the bench. He said, Dan hasn't seen the movie Blood In, Blood Out. I have, but it's so long. I was probably a little kid when we seen it. My cousins used to watch it all the time, man. So I've seen it, but I don't remember anything. If there was a reference in your comment, I don't remember it, bro. I was a kid. He said, the Bolt was benched last night. He said, Christmas is coming after all. Hopefully, man. Listen, that would be a very Merry Christmas, man. I'd be stoked. Like, come on. Like, all I want for my birthday coming up on the 20th is that the Lakers make a trade. If they do that, I don't need nothing else, man. I'm a happy camper. Happy camper. And a good trade, right? Not just a random trade, but a good trade. None has been a disappointment, to be honest. Huge disappointment. I'm actually quite sad for him because he's never able to recover from this. His career's over. That would be tragic because he was such a good player for Miami. I was excited when we grabbed him. Dan, Lakers has been in rumors to make trades from the summer. Do you think the Lakers will actually do a trade? Yes. I could all but guarantee the Lakers will make a trade before the February trade deadline. I don't know when, hopefully sooner, but yeah, they're going to make a trade. Hopefully a major one and some minor ones, or a minor one and then an acquisition from the buyout market, and just kind of give us a facelift. That's what the Lakers need. I'm going to use Hollywood terms since we're out there in Los Angeles. They need a facelift. All right. The Lakers right now need a facelift to infuse them with some youth and some exuberance, and they just need to develop a winning way. They need to develop a killer mentality. Bogey or Kuz add somewhat of a killer to this team, so that's good, right? We already got one in Austin Reeves. We know that Austin Reeves is a killer. We know LeBron when he wants to be, and AD when they want to be. They can be killers. But if we can add another one in the form of either Bogey or Kuz, I'm with it. If it's other trades that are under the radar that we're not even talking about, as long as they're good, I'd be stoked for those, for sure. He said Beverly did all that talking in the offseason and didn't back it up. That's usually how he is, Darius. That's why I was not hyped for his acquisition. As long as he's with the team, I'm still rooting for him. But, man, it's been hard to see him in that starting lineup, giving us slim to none. Slim to none. Still too many guards? I agree. He said, I wouldn't mind trading Russ now. He can be kind of toxic at the wrong times. I agree, Reg Dog. That's facts, man. That is facts. But if we're going to trade Kuz, we have to get the right pieces in return. I'm sorry, not Kuz, Russ. Hey, Dan, I really love your channel. We Laker fans are grateful for what you do. Do you think we have a chance against the Celtics tomorrow? Thank you so much, Jacqueline. That means a lot. I appreciate you as well. Much love. I do think the Lakers have a great chance tomorrow because the Lakers all season long either play down to the competition or play up. So I think the Lakers are going to show up tomorrow. Call me crazy. And the Celtics are one of the best teams in the league right now. But I do believe the Lakers will show up for this one. It's at our house. Russ seems to play better off the bench at our house. So I'm hoping for a spark from him. And I'm hoping that the role players and everything, man, everything goes off. That's what I want. How about them Pelicans? They balling, man. They're a fun team to watch. I'm not even gonna lie. I got League Pass and I've been tuning in every now and then to watch them play. He said Bojan could help carry the team when LeBron or AD are injured or sick. Those are the kind of players we need. We don't have enough depth. I agree, bro. Absolutely. He said we don't have enough depth to sustain our momentum when we are missing players. Facts. Amen. Thank you. Could have said it better myself. Absolutely. Dan, who do you hate more, the Celtics or the Flippers? The Celtics team, but the Flipper fans, right? Does that make sense? The Celtics team I don't like, obviously, the rivalry, the racism in that city and all of that, despise, right? They're number one hated. But the Clipper fans, I probably hate the most, worse than any other fan bases. They're delusional. They really think they're going to win every year, and it's been happening since the Elton Brand, Sam Cassell, Katina Mobley era. Corey Maggette, Spaghetti, whatever. It's been happening for quite a minute. So the delusion on those 7 fans, starting with Clipper Darrell, off the charts. It's like talking to a wall. You can't get through to them and provide them with some common knowledge, common sense. They struggle to use their brain. They're just fans, I guess. I don't know. He said, where is the Beverly that used to annoy people with the 3-ball and pesky defense? Dude just annoyed us. 2 years ago during Xmas game? I remember Beverly blocking Braun at the end of the game. Shoematic, you're absolutely right. But he never fooled me, man. He never fooled me. I always saw all the antics. I never thought he was actually making the same impact in the game as his mouth was on the sideline. So, I'm not shocked that he's doing this, to be honest with you, brother. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Beverly. Is he going to get flipped or is he going to play better? I don't know. Hey, birthday girl in the chat. What's up, birthday girl? Everybody say happy birthday to the homegirl, Tara. She's in the chat. It's her birthday today. Super happy for you today. He said, nah, Dan, that's cap. We've been garbage before he got hurt. He said he was out of the rotation. Come on, bro. Who are we talking about? Gregory? I don't know who. I'm lost in the conversation. Do I have COVID? No, it's asthma, man. I got asthma, bro. He said we need to keep Gabriel and get him healthy quick. He said, and then with the additions, we'll be set to go. I am excited that Gabriel comes back soon. Very very happy that Wenyan Gabriel's about to come back because we miss his energy off the bench, and he also provides some size and some shooting to a certain degree, right? So very very stoked, and I hope that when he comes back, he takes his spot right back where he belongs in the rotation, right? We need that. He said, "Would you trade Gary Trent Jr. and Mo Bamba? Would I trade for? Oh yes, absolutely. But if we're trading for Gary Trent Jr., I want two guards gone because we got too many guards. I don't want another guard added to the, the basically log jam of guards that we have right now. Don't want another one at all. So." He said, "Would you?" He said, "Dan, can Russ play well enough as a six-man to consider him a part of the big three?" Yes, he can. He already showed us that early this season. So, yeah, he absolutely he can. Question is, will he limit himself from making those boneheaded mistakes when the playoffs come? Because that's the biggest question mark. If the answer is yes, he will, then I'm good with it. I'm good with it. He can stay on board, but he needs to really limit himself. Because sometimes he makes some crazy mistakes down the stretch of games where I'm like, what happened? He was having a good game. He said, Bev be a Chihuahua, all bark, no bite. Yep, that's what we used to call him before he was a Laker. Facts. Hey, what up, Flacco? He said, how's your day, Dan? My day's going good, man. I'm blessed. The rain, out here in Southern California has just, it's a blessing from up above, man. I love the rain. I miss this weather. We don't have enough of it. The summer is too long, and this weather is beautiful. So just enjoy it, man. Get some, hot cocoa and cuddle up with somebody and watch a movie. I mean, it's a good time. Dan, why are we still holding on to Damian? Why are we still holding on to Damian Jones? He has been a disappointment. Don't you agree? He has been. But remember, a lot of players become trade eligible that signed this offseason December 15th. So we got 3 days before a lot of these questions get answered, Jacqueline. So hopefully he gets flipped, because I agree. Not only has he been a disappointment, but I don't think he's gotten the opportunity to really shine. Darvin Ham's not utilizing him for whatever the reason may be. Maybe at practice he's not showing up on time, or maybe they don't like what they see with the fit. No clue. Lakers have too many guys that are unplayable, taking up roster spots. JTA, Nunn, and Jones. Agreed. And again, this is why we have to cut off the depth weight. Absolutely. Westbrook said all Pat Bev does is just run around and pretend to be a stud. And he was right, to be honest with you. He was right. And it's ironic that now they're teammates and they get along quite well. So the irony in that, right? And I never thought I'd see the day at all. Sean said, y'all don't know basketball. Pat Bev's job is to defend and bring energy to the defense. Okay, Sean, where was his energy and defense yesterday when Bogdanovic dropped 20 points in the third quarter on him? Career highs, by the way. All right, bro. That negative energy needs to get, man. I don't like negative energy. People, when we out here celebrating somebody's birthday and we out here happy because of the trade rumor. So I had to school him right quick, and then I'll see him out the door. He said, Westbrook said, he said, Ham trash. Ham is trash. His rotations and timeouts and run management are horrible. He needs to learn. I'll give you that. I won't call him trash. I like a lot of things about Darvin Ham. Most notably, he is a leader of men. He's been able to do certain things and gain the respect from his colleagues and his players because of it. So I do love me some Darvin Ham. Now, some of the decisions he makes, for some reason, the last 3-4 coaches since Phil Jackson left have all driven us nuts. Even the championship Frank Vogel drove us nuts to the point where we couldn't wait till he got fired. So hopefully Darvin Ham doesn't wear out his welcome in that sense. But I do like some things, and I do dislike some things about Darvin Ham. Again, I always give coaches 1 year before I really go in on them. But I'm really cheering for this guy, man. He's just a great dude. That was good, Dan, my Compton brother. What's up, Eric? What's up, man? He said, Reeves clutch time? No doubt. Loved it, man. I loved it. The only thing I hated was that it had to take that for us to secure victory last night. So that was extremely disappointing. But I'm very happy that we got the win. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Ugly or not, a win is a win, right? Or in the words of Vin Diesel, man, in Fast and the Furious, my favorite Fast and the Furious, the only one I like. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning. Right? I had to drop that one right quick because it just came to mind. He said, this Boston matchup is a must win. You know what, Jamal? Every single matchup from here on out for the Lakers is a must win because we are 4 games below 500. But I agree, man. It would be nice if we can do that, right? If we could come up with a victory, that would be huge. Huge. That would be the second best victory of the season. The first one being Milwaukee. This one will be the next one up. Dan, coach seems good with X's and O's and is keeping Russ in his place. That's what I'm saying. There's definitely good aspects for Darvin Ham, you know? Exactly, bro. Exactly. There's a lot of haterade being drunk on the internet, brother. But you're right. He said, not sure how you could come to the DTLF channel with some of the biggest Laker diehards and say we don't know ball. Facts, bro. He's insulting the Laker familia when we some of the brightest, smartest, intelligent, most passionate, most good-looking fans in the NBA. So, of course, I had to see him out because he said something dumb. By the way, his statement didn't make sense. He said Patrick Beverley's just here for defense and blah, blah. Bro, he gave up 20 points last night, career high for Bogdanovic in a quarter. So I don't want to hear none of that bullshit because he's not even living up to the defensive hype. Let's be real. He'll have 1 to 2 good defensive plays every 1 to 2 games. Stop it. Yeah, this man really acting like he's clamping up. Now, part of that could be because we're misutilizing him. I don't like him guarding wings or none of that. But bottom line is he's not living up to what we brought him here for, period. Right? Not only that, if that guy was right and we don't know ball, and Patrick Beverley has been such a great defender, what was he the other night when DeAnthony Melton went off for 33, career high for him? So much for that argument. You know what I'm saying? So much for all of that, man. It's ridiculous. See, that's the difference between me and others, man. I will call you out on your BS. Y'all can call me out on mine, and I will admit when I'm wrong. But if you come in here with some crazy, just blanket statement talking about y'all don't know basketball because blah, and then you got no facts to back it up, I got facts, brother. I'll school you, man. I'll take you to church. Steven, appreciate you, bro. He said, you're the best on YouTube. Much love. I'm from Detroit. I'm a Pistons fan, but you made me a Laker fan now. Thank you. Hey, salute, man. Glad to hear it, brother. Hey, listen, man, once you're a fan, you can never go back, bro. You can never go back. Laker fans to the cradle drops, to the casket drops. He said, how are you going to say we don't know ball and you're arguing for Pat Bev? Bro, Pat Bev has always been overrated to me. This is not new. This is not news, right? And I hope he stays overrated so we can get some good trade value in return, right? That's what we're hoping for. So, but people are going to sit here and act like I'm attacking, bro. I'm not. I'm rooting for him, but at the same time, I'm going to call him out because he hasn't been everything he promised. He said, when I get on the Lakers, that's all they need. We're going to make the playoffs. So right now, we're not in the picture, right? So, yeah, so far, all bad. But he got time. If he stays a Laker and he plays better, I will give him props, and I will apologize to him for being wrong because I did say when the season started that I wasn't too hyped about it, and I don't think it's going to work out. People hit me with the 38% from beyond the arc field goal percentage. I'm like, the Lakers lights just hit different, man. And that was a very small sample size. So it all depends on the way you look at things. But hey, is it also, Dan, do you think that Lonnie Walker will get an extension? I really hope so, Eric. He's one of the few young, bright pieces we have on this team, along with like Reeves and guys like that I think definitely deserve to be here long term. I would love it. We have to build some camaraderie eventually, man. All this switching players constantly throughout the years, especially right after we won the championship, I think it really killed a lot of our momentum moving forward, our team chemistry, all of that, right? It takes a toll. Dan, why are some Laker fans disappointed we let Alex Caruso walk? Don't get me wrong. I appreciate what Alex did for our team. I'd much rather have Austin Reeves. Plus, Austin will only get better. I've been making the same argument, Jackie, the same one. And is it cool if I call you Jackie, short for Jacqueline? I hope it is. But I've been making the same argument, and I'm just like, listen, I love Alex Caruso, but some fans treated him like he was Michael Jordan. Like, bro is a really good role player and even helped us to a championship. I thought he was phenomenal. I loved the kid while he was here. I still love him whenever he doesn't play for the Lakers, whenever he doesn't play against the Lakers. But you're right. Austin Reeves, I saw his rookie season. I said, we upgraded from Alex Caruso, you know. It was a mistake, obviously, for the team to let Caruso go for nothing, but we we made up for it with Austin Reeves for sure, for sure. He said these people don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know who these people are, but clarify, brother, clarify. The Lakers need to go back with the defensive-minded team. Only having AD in the paint is not enough. He said we need to clog the paint with two bigs. He said AD at the 4, a center. That's how we want to ring good inside defense. Yeah, historically, that's how we've always won a ring, bro. Absolutely. Even going all the way back to the Kobe Shaq days. I mean, there was bigs there alongside Shaquille O'Neal, right? We had fours, stretch fours like Robert Horry. We had dirty work players who could play some four like Rick Fox. We had Horace Grant. Like during the championship years, we had fours. And then also during the Pau Gasol, Bynum, Kobe days, we had obviously Bynum and Gasol, the Twin Towers. And then as well as when we won the championship recently in 2020, we had AD, Dwight, we had JaVale coming off the bench. So size definitely matters, and we need to continue that moving forward because that is the blueprint for sure. He said, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Rev. He said, Dan, AD's more decisive and confident with his moves, going at it aggressive. He said, going soft in the paint will get him hurt. That gives more hope for this year. Well, Darvin Ham did an excellent job of infusing that mentality onto Anthony Davis. He told him we're going to run everything through him. And even though that has, partially been true because sometimes LeBron takes more shots or Westbrook takes more shots, he's been a lot more efficient and he's been being more aggressive. So I think, again, credit to Darvin Ham for what he's done with AD and the coaching staff as well, and what they've done with Russ so far. That in itself deserves Coach of the Year consideration. JaVale was starting, yeah, but not in the playoffs. After the second round, we benched this man, and Dwight took over, rightfully so. He said, Lonnie Walker, Troy Brown, and Austin Reeves need an extension for real, Dan. And I would even go as far as to say that if we can get Thomas Bryant on the cheap, I bring him back because I love his energy. Same thing with Wenyen and Gabriel, man. I really that should be the core of young players we continue to build forward with. But I agree. Dan, we really do need more size. Jason and Jalen, what possible lineups could Ham put out there? That's going to be a tough matchup, man. Obviously, those two are one of the best two tandems in the game, but we have the better one. We have LeBron and AD. So if those guys outplay them, we should, obviously the role players have to play their part. I do believe their bigs are hurt, right? I'm not sure about Al Horford, but I think the other guy, Grant Williams, has been out. So we should have the size advantage in the paint, but the wing depth has always killed us throughout the course of the season. So I'm concerned about that. But again, I don't want to talk too much about that till tomorrow's pregame, and I'm gonna save all of that chatter for tomorrow because then what will we have to talk about tomorrow unless the trade happens, right? But I appreciate y'all, man. That's gonna wrap it up for me again, man. Another episode. Shout out to my sponsor, Prize Picks, and shout out to all of you guys, man. You guys are just A1, man. I appreciate all the all you guys being here, man. You guys are troopers, through the rumors, pregame, postgame. We're always here with high interest in our Lakers, man. So, but that wraps it up for me. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. Hit that post noti bell because it truly helps the channel, man. And I'll see you guys here tomorrow for pregame. Go Lakers, baby. Hopefully a deal gets done and we get better. Appreciate y'all, man. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.